Chosen ones. Heaven rejoiced. The moment you finally did this, you cannot afford to look away now, because what I am revealing is not small. And if you ignore it, you may miss the very shift that has already begun to change your life. The moment you finally surrendered your fear and chose to trust me completely, heaven itself responded with joy, because that act unlocked what I had been preparing for you all along. This is not about something distant or unclear. It is about a specific turning point inside you where doubt lost its grip and faith quietly took its place. What is happening now is the unfolding of that decision, and it carries blessings, protection, and movement that you must understand fully before you take your next step. Type Amen if you agree. I saw the moment when your heart stopped fighting what you could not control, and you chose to place it into my hands without conditions. That was not weakness. It was strength that many never reach, because surrender requires trust beyond what the eyes can see. Heaven rejoiced because your decision aligned you with what was always meant for you, and it opened doors that effort alone could never unlock. You may not have felt anything dramatic in that instant, but in the shift, some of the two place that set new things into motion. What you are stepping into now is not accidental. It is the result of that sacred moment when you chose me over fear. Before you go any further, I ask you with a sincere and gentle heart, take a moment to like this video so that this truth can reach more souls who are standing on the edge of the same breakthrough you have just entered. There were times when you tried to force outcomes, to control timing, to make things happen through your own strength. I watched you struggle, not because I wanted you to suffer, but because you had not yet reached the place where you would trust me fully. That moment, you finally released the need to control everything. Heaven responded, because now I could move in ways you had been blocking without even realizing it. The celebration in heaven was not noise. It was agreement. It was alignment. It was the opening of a path that had been waiting for your yes. You did not lose anything when you surrendered. You gained access to something far greater than what you were trying to hold on to. Type 1 if you believe. You may still be standing in the same place physically, but spiritually you are no longer where you used to be. That is why things feel different, even if you cannot fully explain it yet. The weight that once pressed on your heart has started to lift, and the confusion that clouded your mind is beginning to clear. This is not coincidence. It is the result of your decision to trust me when it did not make sense. I am already working behind the scenes, arranging what you cannot see, preparing what you cannot yet touch, and aligning people and opportunities that will meet you at the right moment. Do not go back to the old patterns of fear and control, because they will only delay what has already been set in motion. You have crossed a line that many hesitate to cross, and because of that, your path is now different. I am guiding you in a way that requires your continued trust, not your constant questioning. Every step forward will become clearer as you walk it, not before. This is how faith grows, not in knowing everything, but in moving with me. Even when the full picture is not visible, there is something powerful about the quiet decisions that no one else sees. When you chose to trust me, it may have looked small from the outside, but in the unseen realm, it carried weight and significance. That is why heaven rejoiced, because your decision was not ordinary. It was rare. Many speak about trust, but few actually release control when it matters most. You did, and because of that you have entered into a new level of connection with me that will begin to show itself in your life. I know the battles you have faced, the nights when you felt alone, The moments when you questioned everything, I was there in every one of those moments. Even when you felt my silence, that silence was not absence. It was preparation. I was building something inside you that could not be rushed. Something that required time and pressure to become strong. Now you are stepping into the results of that process, and you will begin to see why things had to unfold the way they did. The joy in heaven was not just about your decision. It was about what your decision made possible. It opened the door for blessings that were waiting for the right alignment. It created space for healing that could not happen while you were holding on to control. It allowed my protection to cover you in a deeper way because now you are walking in trust rather than resistance. This is the beginning of something that will continue to grow, not something that will fade away. Stay close to me in this season, because what is unfolding requires your attention and your trust. Do not let distractions pull you away from what you have stepped into. There will be voices that try to bring you back into doubt. But you must remember the moment you chose to trust me and hold on to it. That moment was real, and it carries power that you can return to whenever you feel uncertain. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to remain open, to remain willing, and to continue walking with me. You are no longer moving with the same confusion that once held you back because something inside you has settled into trust. This trust is not loud. It is not forced. It is quiet and steady. And it is exactly what allows me to move in your life without resistance. You may still face situations that test your patience, but now you are not reacting the same way. And that is the evidence of what has already changed. Have you heard about the private group of neuroscientists working on brainwaves connected to money? A top researcher revealed this work was based on CIA studies, not meant for public release. Yet the result is a simple 7-second ritual validated by 4 neuroscience labs now practiced at home. Many who once struggled financially are now living in dream homes, owning luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could disappear without warning. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. There are things you prayed for that seemed delayed, and there were moments when you felt like your voice was not being heard. I heard every word, even the ones you could not speak out loud. I saw the tears you hid and the weight you carried in silence. And none of it was wasted. What you could not see then is what you are beginning to step into now. A season where those prayers are not forgotten but answered in ways that reflect the timing that was always right for you. I am not late in your life. I am precise, and what is coming will show you that nothing was overlooked. Type yes to receive miracles. You must understand that the reason heaven rejoiced was not only because of what you did, but because of what your decision made possible moving forward. Your surrender gave me permission to lead in ways that I could not before because you were still holding tightly to your own plans. Now that you have released that grip, you are no longer blocking the flow of what I have prepared. This is why you will begin to notice changes that feel unexpected. But they are not random. They are aligned. I am bringing things together in a way that fits your life with purpose, not confusion. There will be moments when your old thoughts try to return, telling you to worry, to control, to question every step. You must recognize those thoughts for what they are. Echoes of a mindset you have already outgrown. You are not the same person who stood in fear before. You are someone who has experienced what it means to let go, and trust me. When those thoughts come, do not entertain them. Let them pass, and remind yourself of the decision you made. That decision carries authority, and it has already shifted the direction of your life. The path ahead of you is not meant to be understood all at once. It is meant to be walked with faith. I am not showing you everything at the beginning because I want you to stay close to me, not just for answers, but for connection. What you are building now is not just a better situation. It is a deeper relationship with me that will sustain you beyond any single blessing. The joy in heaven was rooted in that connection because it is what will carry you through every season. Not just this one. You are learning to walk with me, not just ask from me. And that changes everything. Type 777 to affirm your belief. You may begin to notice that certain things are leaving your life without struggle. People, habits, or situations that once felt permanent are quietly fading away. This is not loss. This is alignment. And it is part of what happens when you choose to trust me fully. I am removing what no longer serves the path you are now walking. And I am doing it in a way that protects your peace. You do not need to chase what is leaving because what belongs to you will remain, and what is meant for you will arrive. There is also a strengthening happening inside you that you may not fully recognize yet. You are becoming more grounded, more steady, and less shaken by things that once disturbed you deeply. This is the result of your surrender, because when you trust me, you are no longer carrying everything on your own. The weight that once overwhelmed you is now being lifted, and in its place, there is a quiet strength that continues to grow. This strength will support you in ways you will soon understand, especially when new opportunities begin to appear. I am guiding you towards something that matches who you are becoming, not who you used to be. This is why certain doors that once seemed important are no longer opening because they do not align with your current path. Do not mistake closed doors for rejection. They are protection and redirection. I am leading you toward what is right for you now, not what felt right before you surrendered. Trust that every closed door is clearing the way for the right one to open at the right time. You will also begin to see signs of my presence in simple ways, moments of peace that come without reason, unexpected help that arrives at the right time, clarity that replaces confusion when you need it most. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that you are walking in alignment with me. I am closer to you than you realize, and I am actively involved in your life, even in the smallest details. When you notice these moments, let them strengthen your trust, because they are reminders that you are not walking alone. What is unfolding now is not temporary. It is the beginning of a new way of living. You are learning to move with trust instead of fear, with peace instead of pressure. This shift will continue to shape your experiences, your decisions, and your outcomes. You will begin to attract what aligns with this new state, and you will see that your life is becoming more ordered, more clear, and more purposeful. This is not something you need to force. It is something that will naturally grow as you continue to trust me. Stay present in this process because there is more happening than you can see at once. I am preparing things ahead of you that will meet you at the right moment. And I am also working within you to ensure you are ready to receive them. This preparation is just as important as what is coming because it ensures that when the time arrives, you will not miss it. Trust the pace. Trust the process. And trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Your heart is no longer racing with the same urgency to fix everything because you are learning that not everything was yours to carry. I have taken what was never meant to be your burden, and in its place I am giving you a steadiness that will hold you through what comes next. This is why things feel different, because you are no longer moving from pressure, you are moving from trust. Is it really possible to attract money more naturally using a 7-second ritual? Research connected to the CIA suggests certain brainwave states influence how opportunities appear in your life. This technique proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift away from financial pressure toward improved lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There were times when you believed that if you stopped trying so hard, everything would fall apart. That fear kept you trapped in cycles that drained your strength and clouded your mind. But when you finally released that fear and allowed yourself to trust me, you did not lose control. You found peace. That is why heaven rejoiced, because you broke a pattern that had held you for longer than you realize. You stepped out of survival and into surrender. And that shift is powerful in ways you are only beginning to understand. Type 1010 to receive blessings. Now you will begin to notice that things are not as chaotic as they once were, even if your circumstances have not completely changed yet. This is because the change started within you first, and everything around you will follow in time. I am not only changing your situation, I am changing how you experience it. What once overwhelmed you will now feel manageable. What once confused you will now feel clearer. And what once discouraged you will now strengthen you. This is the transformation that comes from trusting me. It is not only external, it is deeply internal. You may also begin to see that certain answers are coming to you without struggle. Thoughts that once felt tangled are becoming simple. Decisions that once felt heavy are becoming lighter. This is my guidance working within you, not forcing you but gently leading you. You do not need to overthink every step, because I am already directing your path. When you feel that quiet clarity, follow it, because it is not random. It is my voice guiding you in a way that brings peace rather than confusion. There is a new rhythm forming in your life, one that is not rushed or forced. You are learning to move at a pace that allows you to breathe, to think, and to trust. This rhythm is important because it keeps you connected to me rather than pulling you back into old patterns of urgency. You do not need to hurry into what I have for you, because what is meant for you will not pass you by. Stay in this rhythm, and you will see how things begin to align naturally without the strain you once felt. Type 2 to claim miracles. What you surrendered was not just control over your circumstances. It was also the weight of expectations that others placed on you. You were carrying things that were never yours to hold, trying to meet standards that did not reflect who you truly are. When you chose to trust me, you also released those expectations, even if you did not fully realize it at the time. That is why you are beginning to feel more like yourself again, more grounded, more real, and less pressured to be something you are not. This is freedom, and it is part of what I wanted for you all along. I am also strengthening your ability to discern what is right for you and what is not. You will begin to feel a difference between what brings peace and what creates tension, and this will guide your decisions. Do not ignore this feeling, because it is one of the ways I communicate with you. When something feels forced, it is not for you. And when something feels calm and right, even if it is unfamiliar, it is worth trusting. This discernment will protect you from stepping back into situations that no longer align with your path. There is something else happening that you may not fully see yet, and that is the preparation for what is coming next. I am not only stabilizing your present, I am preparing your future. The peace you are learning now will be the foundation for the opportunities that are ahead. Without this foundation, those opportunities would have overwhelmed you, but now you are becoming ready to receive them with clarity and strength. This is why your journey has taken the path it has. Because preparation matters as much as arrival, You are not being left behind while others move forward. You are being positioned for something that requires the version of you that is emerging now. Comparison will only distract you from what I am doing in your life. So do not measure your progress against others. Your path is unique, and it is unfolding in a way that fits your purpose. Trust that where you are is not a delay. It is a necessary step that leads to what is truly meant for you. You will also begin to see that your relationships are shifting in subtle ways. Some will grow stronger. Others will naturally distance. And new ones may begin to form. This is all part of alignment. And it is happening because you have changed. You are no longer attracting the same energy you once did because you are not the same person. Do not resist these changes because they are creating space for connections that reflect your current path and support your growth. I am with you in every step of this transition. Even when it feels quiet or uncertain, you are not walking through this alone. And you are not expected to figure everything out by yourself. Keep your focus on staying connected to me, and everything else will begin to fall into place. The moment you chose to trust me was the beginning, not the end. And what you are experiencing now is the continuation of that decision. This is because you are no longer facing them alone. You are facing them with me. And that changes everything. The shift you made when you chose to trust me has rooted itself inside you. And now it is becoming your foundation. There was a time when uncertainty would have caused you to panic, when not knowing what was coming next would have filled your mind with worry. But now, even when you do not have all the answers, you are not overwhelmed in the same way. This is the peace that comes from surrender. It does not remove every question, but it removes the fear that once came with those questions. You are learning to stand still without feeling stuck, to wait without feeling anxious, and to move without forcing the outcome. This is growth, and it is exactly what I have been shaping within you. Type 1, 1212. If you trust in Jesus. What if most people struggle financially because they never activate a specific brainwave? Leading neuroscientists point to CIA-linked research that highlights this missing link. This 7-second ritual, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people rethink their financial habits and improve outcomes. Many are now moving into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and traveling on luxury vacations. But this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed. As this new strength continues to build inside you, you will begin to notice that your reactions are changing. Situations that once triggered frustration or doubt will now meet a calmer response from you. You are no longer reacting from a place of fear, but from a place of trust. And this will change how everything unfolds around you. Your peace will begin to influence your environment, and you will see that things do not escalate the way they once did. This is not because the world around you has changed, but because you have changed, and your inner state is shaping your experience. I am also opening your eyes to see things more clearly than before. You will begin to recognize patterns that you could not see in the past. And this awareness will guide you away from repeating old cycles. You are not meant to go back to what you have outgrown. And this clarity will help you move forward with confidence. Trust what you are beginning to see, even if it challenges what you once believed. I am giving you understanding that will protect your future, and it is coming at the right time. There is a quiet confidence forming within you that does not need validation from others. You are no longer seeking constant reassurance because you are learning to trust what I am placing inside you. This confidence is not pride. It is alignment, and it allows you to move forward without hesitation. You do not need everyone to understand your path because I understand it, and that is enough. As you continue to walk in this confidence, you will find that your decisions become clearer and your steps become more certain. Type 7777. If you trust God, you may also begin to feel a stronger sense of direction, even if you cannot fully explain it. There is a pull within you that is guiding you toward what is right for you and away from what is not. This guidance is gentle but firm, and it will not lead you into confusion. Follow it even when it feels unfamiliar, because it is leading you toward what has been prepared for you. You do not need to see the entire path, only the next step, and I will take care of the rest. I am also restoring parts of you that were worn down by past experiences. The strength you lost is returning, but in a more stable and lasting way. You are not going back to who you were. You are becoming someone stronger, wiser, and more grounded. This restoration is happening quietly, but it is real, and it will continue to grow. You will begin to feel more like yourself again, not the version shaped by struggle, but the version shaped by trust. There are also opportunities that are beginning to form around you, even if they are not fully visible yet. I am aligning situations and people in ways that will support your path forward. These opportunities will not come with confusion or pressure. They will come with clarity and a sense of rightness. When they appear, you will recognize them because they will align with the peace you now carry. You do not need to chase them because they are being brought to you in the right time. Do not allow impatience to pull you out of this process. What is being built within you is just as important as what is being prepared for you. If you rush ahead, you may miss the fullness of what is meant for you. Stay where you are. Stay grounded in trust and allow things to unfold as they should. I am not delaying your progress. I am ensuring that it is complete and stable. You are also learning to let go of what no longer fits your life, even when it is familiar. This is not always easy, but it is necessary for your growth. Holding on to what no longer aligns with you will only create resistance, and you have already moved beyond that. Trust that what you release is making space for something better, something that reflects who you are becoming. This process is not taking things away from you. It is bringing you closer to what truly belongs in your life. I am walking with you through every part of this journey, even the parts that feel uncertain. You are not expected to have everything figured out. You are only asked to stay connected to me. That connection is what will guide you, protect you, and sustain you as you move forward. You have already taken the most important step by choosing to trust me. And now, everything else is unfolding from that decision. There is something even deeper unfolding within you now. Something that goes beyond peace and clarity and begins to shape your identity itself. You are no longer seeing yourself through the lens of past failures or limitations, because those lenses are being removed. I am showing you who you truly are, not through loud declarations, but through quiet realizations that settle into your spirit. You are beginning to understand that you were never as lost as you felt, and that your path was never as broken as it seemed. What you thought were setbacks were actually redirections. And now you are standing in a place where that truth is starting to become clear. There was a version of you that believed you had to earn everything through struggle, that nothing good would come unless you fought for it endlessly. That belief kept you in cycles of exhaustion, always trying to prove your worth through effort alone. But when you chose to trust me, you stepped out of that cycle and into something different. You are learning that what is meant for you does not require you to lose yourself to obtain it. This does not mean you will not put in effort, but it means your effort will now be guided, not forced, and it will lead to results that feel aligned rather than draining. Type yes if you receive this truth. How are people moving from financial stress to more comfortable lifestyles so quickly? A CIA-linked study suggests a simple 7-second brain ritual may influence how people respond to opportunities, supported by 4 neuroscience labs. This method is helping individuals improve daily life. Many are now stepping into dream homes, upgrading to luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could be deleted at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You will begin to notice that your energy is changing. And with it, the way people respond to you is also shifting. There is a calm strength in you now that others can feel even if they cannot explain it. You are no longer seeking approval in the same way. And that independence is creating a new kind of respect around you. This is not something you need to control or manage. It is simply a reflection of the transformation happening within you. As you continue to walk in this new state, you will see that the right people are drawn to you naturally. I am also healing areas within you that you may not have fully addressed before. There were wounds that you carried quietly, parts of you that felt unseen or unacknowledged. I am touching those places now, bringing restoration in a way that is gentle but real. You may feel emotions surface at times, not as a sign of weakness, but as a sign that healing is taking place. Allow this process because it is clearing what no longer belongs within you and making space for peace to settle deeper into your life. There is a clarity coming to you about your purpose that will not feel overwhelming but natural. You will not wake up with all the answers at once, but you will begin to see patterns, direction, and opportunities that point you forward. This clarity will grow as you continue to trust me, and it will guide you step by step. You do not need to force your purpose into existence because it is already unfolding. Your role is to stay aligned, to stay present, and to move when you feel that quiet certainty within you. Type owns one to affirm. You are also learning to value your own time and energy in a way you did not before. You are no longer giving yourself to things that drain you without purpose, and this is creating space for what truly matters. This shift may feel unfamiliar at first, especially if you were used to overextending yourself. But it is necessary. You are not meant to carry everything, and you are not meant to be everything for everyone. As you honor your own limits, you will find that your energy becomes more focused, more intentional, and more effective. There is also a strengthening of your voice happening, even if you have not fully expressed it yet. You are becoming more confident in what you feel, what you think, and what you know is right for you. This confidence will allow you to speak and act with clarity when the time comes. You will not need to force your voice to be heard, because it will carry a natural authority that comes from alignment. Trust that when it is time for you to step forward, you will have what you need to do so. I am also guiding you away from distractions that once pulled your attention in too many directions. You are beginning to focus more on what truly matters and less on what does not. This focus will bring a sense of direction that you may not have felt before, and it will help you move forward with greater ease. You are not losing anything by letting go of distractions. You are gaining clarity and purpose. This is part of the alignment that began when you chose to trust me. There are also moments of confirmation that will continue to appear in your life. These may come through unexpected words, timely opportunities, or simple feelings of peace that settle over you. Pay attention to these moments because they are reminders that you are on the right path. I am communicating with you in ways that fit your life, and these confirmations are meant to strengthen your trust. You do not need to search for them because they will come to you naturally. What you are becoming is not something that can be rushed, and it is not something that can be forced. It is a process that unfolds with time, with trust, and with consistency. You are already in that process, and you are already moving forward. Even if it does not always feel that way, every step you take in trust builds upon the last, creating a foundation that will support everything that is ahead of you. This is not temporary change. This is lasting transformation. You are not the same person who once felt uncertain and overwhelmed. You are someone who has experienced what it means to let go and trust, and that experience has changed you. You carry a different kind of strength now, one that is not based on control but on connection. This strength will guide you through whatever comes next, and it will continue to grow as you stay aligned with me. Trust that what is unfolding is not random but intentional. I am with you in every step, in every quiet moment, in every decision you make. You are not walking this path alone, and you are not expected to figure everything out by yourself. Continue to trust, continue to move forward, and continue to stay open to what is being revealed to you. What lies ahead will reflect the transformation that has already taken place within you, and you will see that everything is coming together in a way that makes sense, even if it did not before. The rejoicing in heaven was not just for a moment. It was for a turning point that continues to shape your life. That turning point is still unfolding, and you are still stepping deeper into it. Stay grounded, stay steady, and keep walking with me, because what is ahead will show you just how powerful your decision to trust me truly was.